has a valid reason to raise this issue about the construction of this Manila Bay project, a Laguna Lake project that is actually affecting Taguig and Pateros. So, Mr. President, what the discussion is now, it's not the particulars of where the exit will be or what the technical the details are, but that they will go back to a discussion and the drawing board where what the concerns are of the people of Taguig and Pateros, and also what the real plans are of the DPWH. Kasi tama din yung sinabi ni Senator Cayetano, syempre, kailangan nila ng permiso dito sa kanila, sa mayor, pipirma. Kung hindi naman pirmahan, dahil nga hindi maayos ang pagkakadetalye ng plano, magiging kasalanan pa ngayon nila na hindi nila pinayagan ang proyekto na to. Pero ang totoo nun ay kulang-kulang ang detalye. So pumayag naman si Senator Cayetano na pagbigyan muli ang DPWH na to redeem themselves and to go back to the drawing board and to talk to him.
And with the permission of Senator Cayetano and Secretary Bonoan, the chair would like to preside over such a meeting and understanding with respect to the technicals and the specifics of the project.
Thank you.
Senator Cayetano.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President. Pahabain na natin mula Taguig, paabutin na natin ng Sorsogon kung ikaw ang magpre-preside. I'm trying to make it light because I'd like to apologize to the DPWH family. I'm sorry if I'm emotional because this really affects lives. And may I just emphasize, Secretary, that we've asked this 1,000 times from the time we were congressmen to here. You've heard this since you were a junior officer in DPWH. Consultation means not only a dialogue or a meeting. It also doesn't mean that pag hindi pumayag, hindi matutuloy. But ibig sabihin, kunin niyo yung sagot. Kung ayaw, bakit? Then if the President overrules or you overrule, then we have a... Pag sinabing okay, okay. Kasi dito, Mr. Secretary, yung original plan was from Calamba to Taytay. So, may labasan lahat at may pakinabang din ang Taguig and other areas because mahaba yung highway. Ngayon, kung hanggang Bikutan, triple ang topic, dadaanan kami, natatamaan naman yung buong lakeshore namin. As you know, the most expensive property in the world is by the lake. And I had this discussion with Secretary Vigilar. When the DPWH made the road dike, na tinatawag natin C6 ngayon, there were 3 options. The DPWH chose the cheaper option. That's why there is 1,600 hectares outside the dike. At that time, it was only 1.1 billion pesos. Of course, no one knew that now Fort cost 1.4 million per square meter, and in Cayetano Boulevard, it's more than 100,000 per square meter. So now we yung polder dikes na pinangako ng DPWH nung panahon ni Secretary Villar, hanggang ngayon hindi natutupad. So that is why I want to make sure, but I'll put on record, I'm for this project. But yung tamang layo sa tubig at yung tamang dadaanan. So which goes to my point. I hope the point of consultation, maybe the secretary can issue a memorandum of what consultation is. Para klaro sa lahat. Number 2, yung namang highway na gagawin sa ibabaw ng Pasig River. Is it called Parex? So can I now have a definitive answer? Because ang sinasabi sa akin parati, understudy, I asked the City Hall, wala rin nagko-consult pa sa kanila. Mahabang part ng Pasig River is Taguig, especially with the Supreme Court decision on the MBOS. So tuloy na ba yun? Hindi. Kasi I'll give you the same comment, not as emotional. What's the status talaga nun? Tuloy na ba yun o hindi? May decision na ba doon o wala?
Actually, there's still a consultation ongoing with regards to the final alignment with the PAREX, the Pasig River Expressway, and the Toll Regulatory Board.
Well, kami ma'am, the city has not made a stand. But our bishop of the Catholic Church of Pasig, Taguig, Pateros has made it known that he's against it unless he changes his mind. And many planners, urban planners have posted on their Facebook or have make it known na in Korea, tinanggal pa nila yung highway sa ibabaw ng river. So tayo, bakit natin papatungan yung Pasig River? Diba? So, again, let's take it up with the meeting with the Senate President. But may I ask that there will be proper consultation para hindi tayo humaba.
Since the DPWH is part of the Toll Regulatory Board, they will raise that issue with
So who is the main DOTR? Okay,
DOTR.
so thank you for that. So I'll bring it up sa DOTR. But can you remind them also, Madam and Mr. Secretary? Okay. Hindi ko na itatanong yung iba kahit marami. But just to clarify dun sa new Senate building, Secretary, you said that yung latest estimate nyo is 10 billion. I confirm that, but only as to, that only refers to the works to complete, which in the 2021 estimate was 7.3 billion, correct? So yung 10 billion na binabanggit nyo, yun yung sulat namin sa inyo asking for the updated dahil 2021 pa yung prices. So I think you're referring to the March 2023 letter na sinagot nyo kaming ang estimate nyo ay 10 billion na, correct? Okay. But for the record, that does not include the Senate package under the MICA, yung mga security, broadcast, etc. Hindi kasama yan, di ba? Oo. So we also have to update the prices. Hindi rin kasama dyan certain items that were not in the BCE ng March 2023. So yung ibang mga kable, security, IT systems, minor, etc. Hindi pa kasama dyan, correct?
Hindi pa. Hindi pa.
Okay. Hindi rin kasama dyan yung request ni Senate President na may tignan kung dapat may perimeter fence. Okay.
Hindi pa kasama.
Kasama dyan yung sun baffle only if you take option 4. Pero sa option 5 ng sun baffle, you need another 926 million para makabit siya.
Right.
Just tell me if it's wrong or correct. I won't argue naman eh.
You're referring to the facade of the building?
Yes. So sa 7 billion na estimate na naging 10, ang sinabi ni project manager doon, yung option 4 na sun baffle. Pero actually, yung sulatan ng Senate Committee at saka ni Secretary, you were already looking at option 5 ng sun baffle, which is the Chiron facade option, which mas mura ng konti yung sun baffle, but you have to put something on the building para isabit. So I'm just confirming na hindi kasama sa 10 billion if we go for option 5 nung Chiron facade option. Yes. That Senate initiated, no? Hindi yan DPWH initiated. Ma'am, pakitignan niyo na sa likod niyo kasi they're nodding eh. Yeah. Hindi tayo nag-argue kung ano lang kasama at hindi kasama.
Kasama doon yung testing ko. Meron silang iyaw kasama din yung testing ko. Pero ang punto ni Art that yung talaga for it.
Ma'am, no need to kasama lang ba sa 10 billion o hindi kasama?
Yung sinasabi ninyo, nasa option 5, Mr. President.
So sa 10 billion, hindi kasama yung additional 900 million kung yung option 5 ang unatin. Kasi hindi masasabit yung San Baffle kung wala yon.
Hindi kasama.
Hindi kasama. Yung funding for testing and commissioning is for the small contracts, di ba? Wala pang pera dyan for the total testing and commissioning of the whole building since we're going to use different contractors for different systems. Tama?
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay. Last two. Hindi pa kasama dyan yung possible price escalation and possible extension of time charges kasi hindi pa nagsasubmit ang contractor noon, di ba?
Tama. Tama, hindi pa kasama.
Hindi pa kasama. Design enhancement, naabot ng 892 million, hindi pa kasama yan, di ba?
Hindi pa kasama.
Okay. So just to and I know the minority leader has been asking about this. We're just completing a report. But everything is transparent. Everything is just an updating of the price. So we are not accusing anyone of anything. The instructions of the Senate President is just to get the price. And the Secretary just wrote us yesterday na if maayos lahat yung bidding procurement, baka kayanin ang 2 years instead of 4 years. Tama po ba? Yes. So may I just ask for the assistance of the Secretary because I think there's some technicalities in the bidding and everything. So I asked the Senate side, but I also want to ask your side, magkano ang kailangan natin idagdag for 2025 para hindi tayo mabitin, para matapos natin by the end of 2026 or 2027 yung building? Based on the new computations.
Yes, Mr. President. Actually, to be realistic, 2027 is
Yes.
more likely.
2.5 years siguro, but 4 years is too long. Kasi 4 years is a totally new project. As the project manager has said, that yung phase 1 is almost done already. A few months ago, you said 70%, diba? So I think 2 to 3 years is more than enough, pero hindi naman 4 years.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you.
Thank you. Mr.
Thank you, Senator Cayetano. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Mr. President. Next interpellate is our minority leader, Senator Aquilino Cocomital. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Pimentel, our minority leader, is recognized for the last time during this budget debates.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to the DPWH family. I think we're establishing a new record this morning, but it's not a commendable record, Mr. President. It shows also our failure to plan properly on how to tackle the budget. So maybe next year we'll incorporate some of the lessons and we can be more efficient with our budget hearings, Mr. President. I'm sure the Secretary is here with us, but this is already against doctor's advice. Tama ba, sir? Hindi pa, hindi daw, hindi. Okay. But ako, it's against my doctor's advice already. So Mr. Secretary, the DPWH, Madam Chairwoman, allow me to focus on flooding. Kasi flooding also, the flooding projects also got mentioned in the President's SONA. Unfortunately, 2 days later, Metro Manila got flooded. Kaya nga, wala tayong ligtas dito. And yung programa di gobyerno na pinapaliwanag ko po sa Marikina, madali naman maintindihan na BTS, paha, trabaho, sapatos. So, kailangan natin pag-usapan ang flood control, Mr. President. So, for 2024, so current year, how much is our budget for flood control? Nationwide po, 2024.
Mr. President, for flood control and management programs, GAA 2024 is 353.20 billion. Ngayon, Mr. President, kasama dito yung kasama dito yung MMDA, which is a minimal, well, not minimal, but an amount of 2.47 billion, at yung OPAPRU, which is 10.15 million.
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 Opo.
So, sabihin na natin, halos 98% naman sa ano.
Yes, apo. But thank you for being very comprehensive with your reply. How about for the 2025 budget? How much is our proposal for flood controls nationwide?
Mr. President, for 2025, our proposal under the Senate version is 320,181,000,000.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Could I ask from the, are these projects amounting to 320 billion, can these projects be called big ticket items or marami din ba rito ang tinawag ni Senator Risa Ontiveros na hyper-local projects? Di masyadong mali. Is this an accumulation of very small items na umabot tayo sa 320 billion or is this consisting of big ticket flood control projects?
Mr. President, maraming retail dito.
Ayun, hyper-local na.
Because it's a community flood management projects. Now, the big ticket items really are the foreign assisted projects as well as the river basin projects. So, iilan lang po yun.
But the foreign assisted projects are not yet included in the 320 billion?
Kasama na.
Kasama na.
Kasama na yung sa,
And the ribbon ba? Sige
sa
po.
DPWH.
Ganito na lang po, if the DPWH could provide me in writing of those big ticket flood control projects, so kasama si foreign assisted, si river basin projects, in writing na lang po yun. But for tonight, could we get an idea of what are these big ticket flood control projects which would help ease the flooding problem in Metro Manila and most especially the city of Marikina, kung meron man?
Mr. President, for the Pasig Marikina Laguna Bay River Basin Project, there's an ongoing updating of Marikina, Pasig, and
Pasig Marikina, Pasig Master Plan.
the master plan and pre-feasibility studies on Pasig Marikina River Basin under the project for enhancement of flood control. So, feasibility study pa lang ito.
Boom, updating ng Master Plan.
And then updating of the master plan, Mr. President. Ang alam ko rin, actually, there's also the study of the Sierra Madre flow of the water from the Sierra Madre mountains and how it is actually the construction of 3 dams, but that's the long-term project. We also have the MMDA that they're in charge of these pumps, water pumps, all pumping stations all over Metro Manila. So kasama din yung Marikina doon.
So, yung next question ko kasi is what is the current progress of the ongoing flood control projects in Marikina and Metro Manila? So, ang sagot is yun na, feasibility study at saka updating. So, ganun po tayo. Is that what I can announce to the people? It's just
Actually, Mr. President, I don't think that's a complete answer because there's been funding also for the Marikina flood control projects. Obviously, it's not
But
categorized as
to-
just a
to
consultation.
do what, ma'am? To do what?
So,
To do what? Is it a hyper-local one or is it a big ticket one?
it's
So,
a big
how
ticket
much?
one. There's one detailed design for the entire Delpan Bridge to Marikina Bridge. So that's completed in 2002. Phase 2, channel improvement works for Pasig River, Delpan Bridge to Napindan Channel, completed in 2013. And then Phase 3, channel improvement works for Lower Marikina River, including the remaining portions in Pasig River, Delpan Bridge to the immediate vicinity of Mangahan Floodway, completed in March 2018. Original scope was November 2020, additional works. Phase 4 is the channel improvement works for Lower and Middle Marikina River, including the Mangahan Control Gate structure and the Mangahan Floodway to Marikina Bridge. Phase 5 is the channel improvement works at Upper Marikina River, Marikina Bridge to San Mateo Bridge. So far, phase 4, yun yung, that's where we at right now. We're going to be starting. Phase 4 already started in 2021, but it's the implementation period will be until 2029.
What is that? Why would that take 8 years? How magical is that solution, Secretary? How come 8
It's a
years?
33 billion project, Mr. President, under
Which-
JICA special terms for economic partnership. And it's a loan of 271,
Hindi.
Can
loan number pala to.
can we get an idea of what it is and where it will be? What is it and the location?
The project description is the,
Pre-contract on the con.
okay.
Three all under phase 4.
Okay, there are 3 contracts under phase 4. We can give the
Yes,
minority leader a copy of this kasi
but can the DPWH, if someone is knowledgeable about the three projects, can you just give us the gist? Ano siya? What is it? And then where? Just the buzzwords. Yung ano lang, para lang malaman po natin.
it's a Marikina control gate structure. So I guess it controls the
Water.
the pagka mataas yung water level.
So
It's
al-
like a gate that controls the
Sa Laguna Lake.
along the river,
Laguna
you
Lake.
put gates?
No. It's a floodgate, Mr. President, from Cainta and Taytay floodgates in Mangahan Floodway. So sa floodway, parang meron Thames floodgate din di ba? Sa UK may mga ganon.
Yes.
Sa Thailand, meron din silang mga gates, di ba? Depending
Pero-
on kung saan sumasanga yung river. So there are...
But I think that's beyond Marikina na. So that I think helps Metro Manila.
No,
other
no,
parts.
but
I don't think that helps Marikina. That's beyond Marikina.
No, it actually also helps Marikina, but then it at the lower Marikina River.
Yes, it can help some other parts of Metro Manila, but
Oh, yeah, definitely.
specifically, I doubt it
If it's for Marikina.
yes, it's for
alone.
Marikina. But at any rate, there is supposed to be a Metro Manila flood management plan. And then, bumagsak nga po yung shoulders ko nung narinig ko that, is this the master plan? Na ang sabi nyo, you will update the master plan. So has the master plan proven to be in its original form even effective in controlling flood? Kasi yung mga projects po na mention ng ating chairwoman, ang mga petsa niya 2014, 2018, 2021. We have had very recent floods in Marikina. Therefore, kahit pagmayabang natin, completed in 2014, completed in 2018, completed in 2021, or started in 2021, no effect, Mr. President. So how do we explain this? What's the value of a master plan which is not effective at all?
The flood master plan was done, 2012 during Ondoy.
Okay.
So, of course, that's constantly upgraded also and updated based on what we learn and changing weather patterns, also the developments, etc. So, the phases that we already completed, Mr. President, has somehow contributed also, but obviously more has to be done dahil nga, yan nga, nagkakabaha pa rin tayo.
Yes, yes, yun na nga. Basta, basta of course, ako mismo, ano na ako na Undoy plus even Ulysses, no? And I'm sure yung iba kong mga kababayan sa Marikina, more than 2 ang naranasan na nilang flooding. Ako, at least sa personal, testimony ko 2. Okay? The components or the entries in the original Metro Manila Flood Management Plan, which are still valid today, kasi sinasabi nyo, in-update nyo, but some siguro are still valid. Kumusta na ang percentage of implementation or completion of those which you are finding to be still valid today?
Mr. President, out of that master plans, about a little over 300 billion
The cost
ang cost.
ang
Mga,
ang na-implement?
hindi,
Hindi
mga
pa.
100 billion, 30% of the projects pa lang have been funded
Funded
and implemented.
and implement. So siguro can the DPWH substantiate that reply with a written report? Pwede na lang
Yes,
po.
Mr. President,
Sige po.
we can submit that.
Yes. And then meron pong COA reports that there have been slippages in past flood control projects in the billions. Siguro not necessarily referring to the Metro Manila, but in our flood control projects. So, does the DPWH admit this, that there have been slippages in flood control projects in the billions? And if yes, or kahit hindi umabot sa billions, but there have been slippages, if yes, what would have been the most common reason for these slippages, and what steps have been taken by the DPWH to address these reasons? Nasa COA po ito. We encountered this entry in COA reports.
Mr. President, as per the previous COA audit reports, the MMPB incurred commitment fees amounting to 11 million in 2022 and 14 million in 2023. This significant commitment fees is due to the fact that there's still no availment from the available loan proceeds to date.
Hindi, ang slippages ata, correct me if I'm wrong, kayo nasa construction, kasi is that actual yan, di ba? May timelines kasi yata that you will achieve in the construction, and then slippages means you are delayed, you're late or delayed. Tama po ba yun? Let's limit it to flood control projects lang. Oh. Para susunod. Check yung ano pa importanteng nalimutan ko. Tapos na rin tayo.
Mr. President, they acknowledge the slippages and the
Yes.
delay.
Yeah, what would
But-
be the, ano kaya, what would be the main reason for the slippages? Is it the
Well,
incompetence of
because
your
they're new.
contractor?
Mr. President, a lot of new projects are being introduced in the GAA. Okay, so now they need to validate those projects. They vetting and then
They conduct the engineering.
and they have to conduct the engineering study, procurement, etc. So maraming, di ba, it passes through us also, all of these proposals for these projects, and then there's right of way complaints, LGU permits. So there are a lot of steps for them to be able to even begin to implement the project. So what they're doing now is they're taking active steps to expedite the remaining projects that they have through enhanced coordination with regional and district engineering offices. They have a continuous monitoring and collaboration with contractors to ensure project completion within the remaining time frame are in place.
Validity.
2 years yung validity. Kasi di ba may continuing appropriations. Tapos the suspension and termination issues are being addressed by engaging with contractors to resolve technical and administrative challenges, while blacklisting measures are in place for those failing to comply with contractual obligations. Yun po yung hiningi natin earlier sa kanila na ibigay sa atin yung listahan ng mga nasuspend at saka yung blacklisted na contractors.
Somewhat, from what I've heard, I think these are reasons similar to or applicable to any infrastructure project, not only to a flood. So no special reason for slippages in flood control projects. It's just like any other infrastructure project. Ganun po ba? Sige pa.
Mr. President, for the performance indicators by COA, it's very general. Now,
Yeah, falls below target. Kasi meron ng timeline eh. So, ano kaya yan? Hindi, kung hindi na umpisahan, slippage na pala yan.
Mr. President, would the gentleman agree to, for them to submit the slippages in a particular area?
Yes.
So
yes.
that, kasi right
Yes.
now, they're,
Give us an example. Ano, yung ano siguro? Yung COA mismo. Yung,
hindi kasi
go over your COA reports. Look for a slippage in a big ticket flood control project, and then then give me the answer and the reasons and how will you address it. Ganun na lang po.
may it be submitted?
Apo, in writing na po. Mr. Secretary, among your undersecretaries or assistant secretaries or any personnel or staff in the main office, who is the expert on the Metro Manila Flood Management Plan? Can you give me the name? Can you give us the name of that person? The most knowledgeable about this plan.
Senior Undersecretary Emil Sadaing.
Senior Yusek. Taga Mindanao pa. Taga Zamboanga pa yata si Sir eh. Sige po. Tama po ba that in the original MMFMP, that's the plan, no? The Upper Marikina Dam was a priority flood control project. Is that the correct statement? In the original?
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
President.
okay. I think this has been, the Upper Marikina Dam has been replaced by the Upper Wawa Bulk Water Supply Project. Is that correct? Did you
You are correct,
Did you
Mr.
update the
President.
plan and then make the, so don't we need to somehow implement some compensating measures because of this deviation to ensure effective flood mitigation in the city of Marikina? Kasi iba yata iba location noon or iba concepts noon, iba siguro capacity noon. So
They have now a feasibility study of constructing new dams, 3 dams, to compensate for that.
So, can we say that we have updated the MMFMP and then reflected the need for the 3 dams?
Yes, Mr. President.
But there's no funding in the 2025, no, to start the dams? Wala po, no, sa 2025.
Wala pa,
So,
but it's with
okay.
the Japan cooperation.
So, anong timeline nito, Madam Chairwoman? Kunyari, in the plan, aminado tayo, we need 3 dams. What are the capacities of these 3 dams? Do we call them large dams or what? Small dams? Anong tawag po natin dito? Water impounding lang ba sila? Can the 3 dams be described lang, generally
Yes.
speaking? Ano yung capacity or height?
Mr. President, dam number 1 is 35 million cubic meter. Dam 2 is 30 million cubic meter, and the third is 10 million cubic meter. The total capacity of the 3 dams are 75 MCM.
We have already identified their possible location or locations.
Ayun,
Ah,
meron po indicative yun.
Meron ng mga indicative pero
Meron na po. Sa updated plan, siguro. Tama ba, Yusek, Senior Yusek Sadain?
we have one in Sierra Madre. Lahat sa Sierra Madre.
Lahat sa Sierra Madre. Oh.
Mm.
Basta, hindi, ang question ko lang medyo, when we have, parang we have specific possible locations of the 3 dams. Okay. Can we compare, what is the capacity of the original Upper Marikina Dam in the original plan? What is the capacity?
The original has 80 million cubic meters.
Sige. And then the 3 dams, 75, sabi ninyo. So, okay. Ito po bang Upper Wawa Bulk Water Supply Project, although it's about supplying water, does it indirectly also help mitigate the flooding downstream? Wala. It's not really kahit na wala siyang incidental effect.
To some
Wala.
extent, but not, it's
really.
not the direct
Thank you.
intention.
Yes, thank you for that. No, but I'm asking our engineers, yung mga nakakaalam. So practically hindi. So we really have to pursue the idea of a dam upstream. Tama. We have to pursue that. Sige po. The problem with the upstream is that that is the Upper Marikina River Basin Protected Landscape. Tama po ba yun? Does the DPWH know about this?
Yes, Mr.
Apo.
President.
So, meron tayong mga construction kasi ron eh. So, I know that's most likely the DNR's responsibility, but shouldn't the DPWH also parang sound some concern or alarms that, useless lahat ng ginagawa natin for flood mitigation kung ang ating
Yeah, Mr. President.
protected landscape deforested na po.
Mr. President, they have an ongoing cooperation with DNR to reforest that area. So that the
Where's the
mga
funded?
puno.
Funded na po yan? And what do we call that project? Is it funded?
It's part of the project funding, Mr. President. So that's 150 billion project.
Oh, it's funded? Is that
That's
funded?
part of the project, the River Basin project. Yung reforestation kasama na dun sa yung total project na 150 billion.
150 billion? Saan ba na po? Saan po nakuha yung figure na 150 billion? 150 billion? Saan
Yeah,
po natin
18
napag-usapan?
major river basins of the Philippines. Ito yung this 150 billion is for the Pasig Marikina project. It's the 3 dams in the upper Marikina.
Yes, ma'am.
Sa Sierra Madre, and then river, which would also has river improvements, retarding basin, Rosario, weir improvement, and retention pond in San Juan River.
Yes, kasama reforestation doon po sa
Kasama.
Sierra Madre. Okay, basta for the record po, DNR identified 345 structures in that Upper Marikina River Basin protected landscape, including one in the strict protection zone. So, we need DPWH help to also bring this to we will bring it to the attention of the DNR, but kailangan din siguro po whole of government approach, medyo nudge nyo na rin po ang DNR kasi sa flooding po kasi, ang naisip talaga namin to blame it would be the DPWH if there is a flood. So siguro, Mr. President, sige, I'll take advantage of the presence of the Secretary. Kung meron pa man nanonood sa atin dito na taga Metro Manila o Marikina. So, Mr. Secretary, when can the people of Marikina and Metro Manila expect significant flood mitigation outcomes? Hindi project outcome. Kailan namin mararamdaman lahat ito? Anong taon po?
Okay, nasa phase 4 na tayo, Mr. President. Pero mararamdaman nila na the construction period for the other phases, I guess 2 more phases, will be between 2032 until 2036. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
I guess-
Okay, so at least, okay, we really need patience to solve this problem, and I think we need cooperation, coordination, and we need real, genuine concern to solve the problem. Anyway, Mr. Secretary, disappointed tayo rin sa timeline, pero yun na nga, let's work together. Yan naman sinasabi ko rin sa mga taga Marikina na we better get our acts together as one city, because we also need to get our acts together with the neighborhood, with the adjoining territory. So dapat sa loob ng Marikina, hindi na mag-away-away. We are together para one mind, one purpose, so that we can also deal with Antipolo, San Mateo, Montalban, Cainta, Quezon City, because we need a comprehensive. It must be a comprehensive, coordinated master plan. But we also need the help of the premier engineering body of the Republic of the Philippines. The best engineers are supposed to be, I want to believe, are with the DPWH. So we really need your help, Mr. Secretary. So magtulungan po tayo, pero kami po sa politics, we explain to the people anong kailangan gawin, and kung nasa pwesto, we can help fund or finance the undertaking. Pero kayo po yung the technical, the technical solutions must come from the DPWH. So siguro, although I'm disappointed, Mr. President, with the answer 2031 to 2030.
Mr. President, flood control has many different factors that affect it. Aside from infrastructure projects, you also have trash management,
Correct, yes.
for example, and also reforestation, and also building permits that are issued. So all of these things, I think there should be I don't know if there's a body that's really coordinating all of this.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
So we need the Department of Water.
yes, but together with behavioral solution must be an engineering solution too. Unless you're telling us that Metro Manila is below sea level. Are we below sea level? You must have data, you must have information. Is Metro Manila or the city of Marikina below sea level? Or below river level? May ganun ba? Meron bang ganung concept?
There is, Mr. President.
Sige. At then, but siguro, I don't know, but na-solve na siguro ito ng Amsterdam and some other cities which are below.
Manila Bay apparently goes into Laguna Lake, Mr. President. Pero, di ba, kung nagagawa
Yes.
nga ng mga ibang bansa,
Tignan natin. Okay, basta, at any rate, siguro ang lesson natin dito talagang, but we must have the heart to do it, Secretary. I mean, sige po. Sige, okay, so I promise to end before breakfast time, Mr. President. So basta, I mean, maraming umaasa sa DPWH to deliver, Mr. Secretary. So that's the challenge before you. So good luck again. So thank you. And then thank you to our chairwoman and the chairwoman, not only of the subcommittee, but of the Committee of Finance of the Senate. So congratulations, Madam, for our successful budget process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Pimentel. Majority Floor Leader.
With that, Mr. President, there being no other reservation, I move that the budget of the Department of Public Works and Highways, Office of the Secretary, be deemed submitted for the body's consideration. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none. Motion is approved. Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, there being no further reservation for interpellation, I move to close the period of interpellation of House Bill number 10800. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none. Motion is approved.
Just a gentle reminder to our colleagues to kindly submit your proposed institutional amendments to the committee, the LBRMO, today, November 20, 2024. And to those who have not submitted the individual amendments, please submit your list within the same deadline.
So noted. Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, I move that we adjourn the session until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, November 25, 2024.
Before acting on the motion, I'd like to thank the DPWH family for bearing with us until the wee hours of the morning. You are the last department that we took up for and in relation to the proposed budget of 2025. Thank you for bearing with your Senate. Is there any objection to the motion of the Majority Leader? There being none, session is hereby adjourned until 3 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, November 25, 2024. And please accept the thanks of the chair for everybody's hard work, patience, and endurance this past 2 weeks. Session is adjourned.